Hey, everybody. Hey, I just wanted to get on here real quick and offer a bit of an opinion because there's an article that's making its way around from the New York Times. It's an op-ed piece, and I'm actually going to share my screen here to show you what it is I'm talking about. Let me get you the right one here. Okay. And I'll read a little bit of this. So here at the top, you have looks like some child drew a scary picture of what he thinks is God, I guess. Anyway, it says, in this time of war, I propose we give up God. Okay, sure. And the New York Times was kind enough to publish this. And I'm just going to read the first couple lines here. This weekend, Jews around the world will celebrate the holiday of Passover, the name of which comes from the story of God passing over the homes of our distant ancestors on his way to slaughter the firstborn sons of evil Egyptians. Our forefathers, the story goes, marked their doorposts with lamb's blood in order to spare their own sons the awful fate of their enemies. In this time of war and violence, of oppression and suffering, I propose we pass over something else. God. Okay. Sure. I see where this is headed. Of course, we use this holy time of year to attack God, right? Now, why don't we do this to Muslims or anybody else? I don't know. Jesus said it would be this way, and so here we are, right? This is not just an attack on the Jews, but it's an attack on Christians too, who believe that story in Exodus. What he fails to talk about here, and he goes on to talk about how he compares God to Putin and the way he's treating the Ukrainians. Okay, which is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But he also he fails to mention something about the treatment of the Jews back in those times. In fact, if you wanted to go and do a little research on your own, you could go to jewishhistory.org, and they kind of outline and they compare the way the Jews were treated during this about 80-year period in Egypt of the harshest portion of enslavement anyway, to the 4 worst years that they were being persecuted by Germany, by the Nazis during the Holocaust. And so what we see back then is they were so concerned with even population control that they were killing all the male children that the Jews were having. Okay, so if God decided that it was time to intervene, then it was time to intervene. I mean, where would we be today if nobody had intervened during the Holocaust? I mean, was God supposed to stand idly by and allow his people to be completely demolished? And we could argue about this stuff, but that's not what I wanted to do. What I really want to do is get on here and say, this could actually be a good thing. See, this is bringing attention to God in this holy season, because today, as I'm recording this, today is Saturday. Okay, it's between Good Friday and Resurrection Sunday. So today, historically, on that day, between the resurrection, between the crucifixion and the resurrection, would have been an extremely dark day for the disciples, for anybody who had any faith in Jesus. And we can see, especially at the end of Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and in the book of Acts, at the beginning of the book of Acts, that this was a time period that the disciples and the apostles, they really lost a lot of hope. And it was almost as if they had been defeated. Everything that they believed in had been defeated. The past 3.5 years of Jesus and his ministry, as if it was nothing. But then, right? But then redemption came. Then the resurrection came, right? Like the Jews getting to escape from Egypt as they walked across dry land that was once the Red Sea that parted by God. That day's coming for us too. So I would say, if you've read this opinion piece, don't let it ruffle your feathers. This doesn't matter. This is one person's angry opinion. They're angry at God. What I think is odd is in this entire article, I don't see where he denies the existence of God. What he does is he expresses his anger at God as if somehow he's more righteous than thou. And that's okay. The truth is, this has brought more people to read about God and maybe even do a little bit of their own research than would have otherwise been. So anyway, I hope you have a great Resurrection Sunday. And remember, Jesus is coming soon. We'll see you.